Loved ones. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Peace. And always love, baby. Welcome back to the channel. We got this reading I'm about to get out to y'all today. I know I skipped another Sunday. We were having an event. And started pretty early for me. My day started pretty early. So this week's message is coming to you today on a Tuesday, but it's timeless, baby, because the truth has no time constraints, okay? As usual, take what resonates and throw out what doesn't, all right? Let's see what we got today. All right. We keep getting this. Okay. So, right out of the gate, we have protection, yellow, and patience. Now, yellow represents the solar plexus chakra. So that's your self-confidence. That's your self-assuredness. That is your light, right? Your internal sun, your internal soul. And so we have the protection card and patience here. There might be still some of us going through what we feel are delays, okay? Maybe you're waiting to hear back from someone, waiting to hear back from a job, waiting to hear back from a prayer. You know, you're waiting to hear back. But Spirit is saying, be patient, okay? They're trying to protect your internal sun. They're trying to protect your confidence. They're trying to protect this self-assuredness that you have been building. Okay, so don't take this as rejection. I think we had a little bit of this in the last reading. Don't take the delay as a rejection. A delay is not a denial. Okay, so whatever your request is that you put in, it is being protected. Just be patient. There's some things being worked out. Okay, be playful. Libra, balance, and finances. Okay. So there's some balance coming in. Even maybe some divine justice coming in by way of your finances. Okay. Also, if you do get some money come into an opportunity that allows you to make some money, make sure that you're being patient. We're not being hasty. You don't have to spend it all at once. Be patient and balanced in your finances, okay? Let's clarify this, be playful. Clarify this line for me here. Let's see what we got. Oh, whoop. Yeah, there's a stream of finances coming in. There's a stream of opportunities coming in. Okay. Balance, balance, balance. A lot of balance in the reading. So, yeah, in the meantime, we've been talking about that waiting room. While you're waiting, while you're exercising your patience, okay, we're not sitting there being anxious. What are we doing? We're being playful in the meantime. We're being playful. We're getting excited because we know, okay? We know how God works in our life, okay? We know that God always answers the call. But it ain't when we think the phone should be picked up. And so we can be confident, okay? Because by this time we have gone through enough trials, enough situations and experiences to where God has proven that God is God. We know, okay? And so we can rest assured that our prayers will be answered, okay? That there's a stream of abundance coming into us, so we can be playful. We don't have to sit and wonder and doubt and hope and wish. That's not what a prayer is. A prayer is a request. So we don't have to hope and sit and please every day. Be playful in the meantime. It's coming. Okay? A stream of it at that. Okay? Yeah. So we have the law of correspondence here too, which states as above, so below, as within, so without. So make sure that your internal world is matching the external world that you would like to see. So you can't be sitting there in anxiety and expect to be on the outside experiencing and seeing peace. Those don't go together. Okay, so make sure that like is attracting like, that you are doing your part, okay, in this partnership, and you're managing your emotions, you are managing your mind, and you are making sure that you are balanced, okay? Yeah, but we got finances here. Balance, protection. So protect your peace and protect your balance, okay? 5D. Some information could be coming. We've been getting this a lot. Yeah, some information and messages could be coming through art and music. Okay? Be mindful of the art and music that you ingest. Okay? Yeah, so we have 5D. Excuse me, y'all. We have 5D connected to law of correspondence and finances. And so finances, currency, money is feminine energy. It's also water energy. Okay? And so you want to be free flowing. You want to, feminine energy settles into places that are stable and secure. So if you are letting things, people, places, things, thoughts, habits, ideas, rupture your balance to the point to where now your solar plexus is unbalanced, you're not self-assured, you're not self-confident, you're seeking outside validation, well, you're the one that's actually delaying the flow of currency. You're messing up the current. Okay? But when you are stable, solid, self-assured, patient, calm, well then feminine energy flows right to you. Okay? It feels safe with you. You can be trusted to hold it. So just make sure that, again, you're doing your best to balance yourself. Get your rest. Okay? Because there's a balance that needs to be struck. Okay? This is what I'm getting. There's a balance that needs to be struck between being playful, okay, and getting your rest. You need to really be in this childlike state right now, okay, where you are imagining, you're creating, you're listening to your music, you're creating your art, okay, and at the same time, you are not trying to achieve so much, you're not trying to force so much that you are not valuing your rest, because you get more attractive in a rest state. Okay? God doesn't want to try to hit a moving target. Stay still. Okay? Let's see what else we got. What's coming in? What can the collective expect? What can we expect coming in? Okay. What can we expect? Solar plexus. Boundaries, hello? All right. So we got solar plexus here, boundaries, and law of attraction. Okay? Again, in order to attract the things that you have prayed for, to attract anything, you have to be confident that you are a vibrational match to those things. You have to be self-assured enough to say that these things belong to me. And it can't just be some type of fictitious thing in your head. It may start there, but you have to start working on the vibrational part, because vibes don't lie. So you can't say, I'm worthy of financial prosperity and stability. You could say it all day, but do you know it? Do you believe that for real? Is your vibrational matching security and prosperity? Or when you get your check, do you right away go out to eat and spend it on BS? Those don't match. That's not a vibrational match to security and prosperity. Did you spend your rent check on on a vacation, and now you've come back and you trying to scramble to figure out how you're going to pay your bills? That's not self-love. That's not a boundary. That is affirming financial stability. Now, on this the opposite end of that coin, because we have the law of correspondence too. On the opposite end of that coin, are you so tight on your finances that you can't enjoy yourself? You won't take yourself out to go get a little $5 ice cream because you're so in your head about prosperity and I gotta be secure. I gotta be secure, that you don't even trust that you are secure. That's the opposite side, the polar opposite. So overindulgence, underindulgence on two sides of the poles. We want to try to get to the sweet spot in the middle. How do we do that? Through our boundaries and becoming a vibrational match so that we can be confident in our internal sun, that what we ask for, we're ready for. We deserve, we're in vibrational alignment, and we're worthy of it. Okay? Again, vibes don't lie. Vibes don't lie. We're in the age of transparency, age of Aquarius, y'all. Ain't no acting no more anyway. So you might as well get real with yourself. Period. If you want to thrive in this time, in this day and age. What else do we have here? Fears. Organization. Okay. So there might be some fears creeping up, but it's under. Okay, it's under the solar plexus card. So there might be some underlying fears that might surface. There's no need to get tied in a knot about them. Let them surface so you can look them in the eye and see what it really is. Oh, dang, there is an internal fear of success. That's why I keep self-sabotaging? Dang, okay. Once you can identify the monster, it begins to shrink. But the more that you avoid the monster, it begins to grow. You give life to it. And so there might be fears that are surfacing. So Spirit wants you to get organized. Start to chart this stuff out, man. Start to map out your internal world so that you can take inspired action and take new actions based on your findings. For instance, if you know that when you get a little emotionally triggered, you immediately run to go spend or eat, but that is completely against what you've asked God for, because you've asked God for a summer body and for financial security. So the sabotaging thoughts are creeping up because of fears, okay? Immediately you need to be able to go to your chart, your internal chart, and say, I'm not really hungry right now. I really don't need to go spend no money right now. I'm just having I'm in an emotionally heightened state. Let me take inspired action on this, okay? And let me work within my boundaries. Let me work with myself to make sure that I stay in alignment with the things that I want to attract. Let me go take a walk. Let me go to the gym real quick. Let me go in my prayer room and get to praying and crying it out. You start to take action on the things you actually want as opposed to the things that are going to sabotage what you want. So that really was some game right there. That was a tidbit. That's half the battle, is keeping yourself on the same page with yourself. Okay? So don't run from those fears. Organize them in your journal. Put some sticky notes around the house. Remind yourself what you do in times of strain, okay, or discomfort. Ooh, a lot of sun. The sun is shining. Period. The sun is shining on your vision. Okay? Cycles are breaking. Okay? You know, I've been having a lot of conversations. People don't even know they're saying this to me, but a lot of people are saying this. You know, I'm just cleansing my life, and people are doing all kind of rituals to cleanse, and oh, I'm just gonna go, you know, take a spiritual bath and cleanse, and you know, I just need to get this off of me. I'm stuck in the same cycle. You can do all that ritualizing, but the greatest way to break a habit and to break a cycle is to make a new choice. That's it. Make a new choice. It can even be, it don't matter what the choice is. Just make a new one. Get out of the loop of the programming. Okay, so the sun is being shown on your fears so that you can see them clearly. Also that you can see that you've broken a lot of cycles already. You've already broken a lot of cycles. And so, yes, so you can trust yourself. Okay? You've already started to make new decisions. So you have broken these cycles. So you can't even go back if you wanted to. Because you've been renewed through the renewal of your mind. Through the renewal of your choices. Okay? And so when the fears arise, it's like a groundhog popping up. It ain't nothing too scary going on. Okay? This ain't no big sea creature coming out the sea no more. It's light. You can see it for what it is, okay? And you can make new choices. You have made new choices. So don't fear that you'll go back. Be confident in your change and in your progress and in your growth. Yeah. Focus. Don't overthink. Yeah. Get out into nature, okay? We have focus, overthinking, and nature. Don't overthink. Yes. Don't overthink whether or not you have broken the cycles. The proof is in your life. If you just take a step back, you realize that you're no longer attracted to the same things. You're no longer amused by the same things. You're no longer tolerant of the same things. So you don't have to be overthinking your moves. Like, am I going to go back? Is this the right decision? Just live. You already put your boundaries in place, so live within your boundaries. Those boundaries were there to protect you. Those boundaries were there to show you this is how far I'm willing to go. You know, these are my training wheels right now as I'm stepping into this new version of me. And then you'll expand your territory. You'll move those boundaries. It's not a wall, it's a fence. It can be moved. Okay? And so focus on taking inspired action and the cycles you've already broken. Okay? You might feel like it's your nature to overthink. That's untrue. Okay? That's untrue. Yeah, focus on your vision, because this is attached to your vision card. Right now, you know, we have a lot of planets in Aries. Okay, there's a lot of Martian energy, which is aggressive, forceful, taking action, new beginnings. Okay, so to temper that and to balance that, it needs to be channeled. It's great that we can forge forward, but we got to take inspired action. We're just not doing stuff to do it. Okay? Just because we have pent up energy. So make sure you're getting out to nature. Put your feet on some grass, okay? In some mud, on some rocks. Balance your energy out, okay? Get those positive electrons in you so that you can feel balanced and you're not restless and jittery and overthinking. Okay? Because you don't want to block your blessings by feeling like some of us are already living in the blessing. We're living in the prayer. And you block it by not realizing you're there. So focus on some gratitude as well. Take note of what's around you before you start trying to get to the next step. You might already be where you prayed for. Okay. What's coming in the future? What's next steps? And what does the collective need to do to stay aligned? Be present. Future. Detachment. Yes. So we have present, future, and detachment. Be in the present moment. Okay? Be childlike. The child ain't worried about what's going on an hour from now. The child is focused on what's in their environment currently, right now. What can I do to make myself happy right now? What can I do to explore right now? What can I do to feel good right now? That's it. That's it. So be present, okay? Be future focused. The past don't exist anymore. A minute ago doesn't even exist anymore. So detach yourself. And see, to me, detach yourself from the past or the future. Because we got detached from the future right here. The only thing that really exists is the present moment. So have your 2 feet fully in the present moment. Okay? That's where all the treasure is. That's where the gold is. You might be missing out on something looking too far forward. That ain't promised to you. Don't be so egotistical to think that your future, that you're going to be in it. You got to survive the present moments. You got to thrive and be grateful for the present moments to even get into the future. And the past is already over. You can go back if you want. But why would you when you're being blessed with the present moment? So being present is going to temper some of this clouded judgment. Okay? You have a lot of options coming in. We have Gemini energy. So communication about your future could be coming in. Okay? But also Gemini is just about options, variety. Okay? And so you could have a lot of options and that might be clouding your judgment. Okay? But again, the way to combat that is to stay present. It's to stay present. We have the competition card. Let's clarify. What's this competition card all about? Health. Fall. Justice. Okay, so, there could be some folks trying to compete with you, which is ridiculous in the age of Aquarius, because it's all about authenticity and everyone taking their authentic place within the community, within the collective, within humanity to make up this quilt of humanity. And so it's laughable that people are in a competitive state anymore. You can even see that, in the last few years in coaching, if you've ever worked with kids, you can see that the kids don't really have the drive to try to achieve like that. They have, when we grew up, it was programmed into us, be the best, the greatest, be a superstar. Even with the fall of celebrity, that right there is telling you that we're not really into this competitive energy where I'm trying to be better than you. No, I'm just trying to be the fullest version of me. And so whatever this competitive energy is receiving justice, because people can go against the grain and go against energy all they want, but the stage is already set. Okay. You also have health here. So there could be many, some communication that you get about your health. Your body might be talking to you. It's important that you listen. Okay. You might have some transitions because we have the fall here. And so there might be some transitions, some transformations happening within your body that are registering to you as health issues. Allow those things to flow, okay, and make sure that you address them, okay? Don't be avoidant during this time. You have the Leo card, which also connects with the solar plexus. A lot of solar energy. A lot of solar energy. So a lot of light being shined on you, loved ones. A lot of light. Your light is shining, okay? And it is going to be reflected back to you in blessings, rewards, opportunities. People are going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked, okay? I'm getting this as like an outside energy too. Folks are going to be shocked at this transformation and the way that divine justice plays a role in your life. You also might be transforming your body as well, and people are gonna be like, oh dang, I didn't know you look like that. You know, you might have been off the map for a while, and now you coming back out during Leo season shining. People don't know who is that. So that might produce some regret and remorse. Some people might be regretting, like, dang, I should have stayed down. I should have stayed connected. I should have stayed aligned. I slept on the loved one, man. That's divine justice, baby. So this is all good. This is all good. These are some things you might see in the future. You might get some communication where people are reaching out saying, hey, what's up? People who ignored you might be noticing you. Recognition is on the table as well. Okay. Let's take it to the tarot. Close it out at the tarot. Spirit, give me one card to wrap this reading up. One card for the collective. Oh, this one is turned. Hold on. Let me do it again. Card is all backwards. All right. All right, we have the Strength card. Strength, strength, strength. So let's take a look at the Strength card. All right. So the Strength card is about When I tell y'all the cards don't lie. The Strength card is about courage, strength, and the answer, yes. A woman communes with a partner, operating in a sustainable equilibrium with nature. It takes courage and power to act in accordance with your heart, mind, and soul. There is no true strength without love. Strength is a reminder that if you stay grounded, you will triumph. She encourages you to be brave. You have what it takes to handle whatever comes your way. The Strength card does not call for brute force, but rather for a soft yet firm balance. When the Strength card is pulled, it's time to consider the following. Do you trust in your capabilities? Are you ready to face the day? Do you have the strength to show both yourself and others grace and compassion? All right. The flower of this card is the peony, which signifies compassion. The element is fire. The chakra is the heart chakra. The yang of this card, light side, is courage, determination, persuasion, influence, bravery, overcoming self-doubt, and perseverance. The shadow side of this card is self-doubt, low energy, weakness, feelings of inadequacy. How to properly align with this card is to make a pilgrimage or master a new skill. The affirmation for this card is, I am a fearless alchemist, able to transform all that is negative into that which is positive. And that, my friends, is called The Cards Don't Lie. The cards don't lie. The cards don't be lying, y'all. I'm telling you. You know, when I first started doing readings, I was like, I don't know. Like, is this real? Is it on? Then I started reading people's, like, personal cards, and they reflected back like, nah, how do you know this? And I'm like, hey, it's just cards. It's nothing I know. I just know how to read the cards. But the more that I have been reading these cards, and the longer that I read them, I'm never, you know, I'm always in amazement at the messaging and how aligned it is. These are two separate decks. Like, how is the message aligned? Because it's coming from the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay? That's how. But I hope that resonated with y'all like it resonated with me. Okay? If it did, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel the vibes, and join the tribe. And if you would like your own personal reading, go ahead and tap in with me. You could follow me and hit me up on Instagram, DM me, and let's figure out what you personally can do to get aligned with the abundant, beautiful energy. Other than that, make sure you guys stay safe and stay walking in love, all right? Peace and love to y'all. Till next time.